Yep, that was me, and that was my ShelterLogic temporary shed way up in that tree. Can you believe that? Way up in that tree, about 40 feet, actually, when I got home. I couldn't believe it. But that's not what this video is about. This video, originally, I was filming to go over the assembly of a ShelterLogic shed, to talk about if it served my purpose, and then go over the pros and cons. Well, in 3 short months, I sure found out one of the cons. And that's where the buyer beware part of this video is all about. But we'll save that to the end. Right now, we'll go over a time lapse of it going together. And I will say, it went together great. About 5 hours actually is all it took to put this thing up. Now, I had help from my brother, which was great, but it went together well. And for the first couple months, I thought it was the best thing ever. It was affordable, easy to build, and it met my purpose of getting things out of the weather. But then that all changed. So let's watch that time lapse, and then we'll get to my experience. Right on. The bolts came in one big package, so I separated them out into 3 individual containers. That way it allows you to easily find what you're looking for, as every piece calls for a different size bolt. There's only 3 though, and they're all the same threads, so same nut for each one. But do that, take the bag, put them into containers so they don't go all over the place, and organize them. Makes it a lot easier. Step 1 is to do the end pieces, or the end ribs as they call them. They've got the feet, things you can anchor to the ground. So that's step 1 of the ShelterLogic 12 by 24 by 10. Here's an aerial shot of all the ribs put together. There's 7 in total. Now we're just putting the ribs together with their supports. There's 2 on each side at the top and then 1 at the very top. I've just sped this up about 20 times just to show as it goes all together. It is really handy to have 2 people because you've got to screw in the connectors. There's number 7. Again, having 2 people is very helpful in getting this done quickly. This here is the anchor installation. This will be a very important part of the video when I get to the end. It comes with 4 anchors, 1 for each corner. I actually went and bought 6 other anchors. As you saw at the start, that did not help. Prepping here to put up the back wall. This is the ratchet strap that tightens the tarp or the wall around the pole. The main tarp that goes over the entire structure. There's a little strategy with using ratchet straps to help pull it up and over. We needed a 3rd person to help us do this. It was getting caught on the top spine. And there we basically go. Today we're gonna focus on finishing the shelter, which is just tying down the outer tarp to the structure, and that's through the use of these clamps here. So we've got all the brackets at each location. Now it's just a couple screws, a couple nuts, and using your ratchet, we'll get this thing done. What do you say, Moose Man? What do you see? Go get him. Couple drone shots here. Overall, it was an easy build. With the second person, it was very helpful. I think it was a total of 5 hours start to finish. Poles, connections, tarp. ShelterLogic. So you see, it goes together quite well. 5 hours, real seamless, nice structure. And for the first couple of months, that's what I thought too. I got my wood mill in there, I got my implements in there, and it served the exact purpose I was looking for, which was to get these things out of the weather, especially coming into the winter season. So it was great. And again, like I said in the intro, it was affordable. For what I built this for versus what I bought that for, it's 5x the price, right? So, or 1/5 the price of the wood structure. So that was great. But then it ended up in that tree. And it was only 3 short months after I put it up, which was the really unfortunate part. Now, a lot of that's on me, but this is the buyer beware part, which is number 1, stake down every leg. It came with 4 anchors. I staked down the front and the back. I went and got additional anchors and staked down another 3 legs on each side, leaving 2 legs not anchored. I should have done them all. I should have probably put some sort of rail system together to tie it into the ground. I didn't do those things. Number 2, if you're going to install the shed, especially the big one like a 12 by 24 by 10, do not face the opening in the direction of the prevailing winds. Because here's what happened to me. You ready? I came home on a fall day when we had a major storm roll through the area, 60 to 70 kilometer-hour winds, up to 100 kilometers an hour wind gusts. And what happened is that wind worked on that shed because it was in the prevailing wind, and it broke the door, it ripped the door off. As soon as the door came off, the wind went into that structure like a wind tunnel, and all it did was work it. And those anchors started to pull out. Now again, the ground was recently turned over to get all the trees out, so it wasn't native soil. That's probably another mistake, but it just worked itself. And then it just started, and once it got rocking, it just ripped everything out and stood itself up and then raised up into that tree about 40 feet. The one piece was about 40 feet up. So again, anchor, anchor, anchor. Do not put the opening in the direction of the prevailing winds. It might sound obvious, but I didn't really think about it because it's really the only place I had to put it. So those things are very important. But again, if you're going to go the temporary shed route, the other consideration, when I drive around the area here in the rural bush area, you see structures without tarps. And they call it temporary for a reason, because they don't last long. And again, why I now have this wooden structure. It's permanent. It's going to stay here. I don't need to worry about it, knock on wood, if I've built it right. But that temporary structure didn't last long at all. And I've got a couple examples, show you the pictures now. So just know that if you're going to get a temporary shed and spend the money on the temporary, understand it's temporary. 1 to 3 years probably max before you're into tarp replacement. The main structure will probably last if you anchor it properly, but you're going to be replacing tarps. And even though it's probably 1/5 the price of the same size structure, this is a bit bigger than a permanent structure, you just have to know you're going to have reoccurring problems and reoccurring costs. So just plan accordingly and just understand that that's possibly the result if you go the temporary shed route. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want to see more of this build, just watch to the end and I'll link a video to it. This was an exciting one. And whatever you do, get outside. Right on. Bye now.